Alright, so in this module we're going to cover how to use SmartReach.io. So when you log in, you should see a screen like this, and all you're going to do is you're going to click on create new campaign, and you're going to select the info@jcsearch.com email, right, to send and receive, and you're going to upload a CSV file. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to create another tab called names, or this could be names or without names or whichever one. So say for example we had a bunch of names here. You would just want to copy the first part, the first row, right, so that way we get everything, and go down here and let's say paste this into the names file. Right now, before I actually do that, I want to just quickly point out that you should be renaming the name to company, and names you could just leave it at name or names, whatever, and basically just again copy and paste. If we had all these names, right, we would just paste it here, and let's say this is the one with names and this is without names. So all you're gonna do then is you're gonna download the CSV for whichever one you're doing. So if let's say this was that without names, I'll just kind of walk you through that. So it's the same idea, same principle, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna browse your downloads, and you're gonna upload the dentist's, right, and you're gonna click next, and here you're gonna just make sure everything is selected properly. So name, you would select the first name, but in this case we don't have any first names because there's no names at the moment, but that's okay. And so let's just say we had names, right? Then you're just gonna select also potential traffic, and you're gonna go to select volume. It's gonna be a number. Just double check it, right? So we see the potential traffic is 250, so that's good. Then we're gonna click next. We're just gonna name this dentists in Denver, Colorado, right? And I would actually name it dentists in Denver, Colorado, March 14th, and no names. So I would click upload and click done, and all you're gonna do is, remember, you're using the ones, you're gonna separate the ones with the names from the ones without names. This way we have no issues at all. And you're just gonna go to, so you're gonna take a look at all the emails. If there are any red ones, just simply delete them because we don't want to take any chances. Now obviously we're gonna have some bad emails here, but that's okay, just as long as they're not too many. So next, go to step 2, and you're gonna write your first email. Now we have a script over here, so this is gonna be like the default one, so I'll just quickly call it default, and you're just gonna copy and paste this. So you're gonna paste this here, and you're gonna use the subject is gonna be this quick question. Now you'll notice that we don't have the first name, so when we don't have the first name, you're just gonna simply delete this part, and you're just gonna leave it at hey and quick question, and all you do is about. We can just insert the merge tag, we can insert company, and yeah, so this could be, you can save it as a template, or you could load some of the templates. We have a few, but for now you can just copy and paste it from here. So invalid tag competitor 2, I don't know why that's happening. Okay, so you'll see now we're just gonna add another stage to this email. So we might have multiple stages, but for now we'll just have 2. So we're just gonna do hey again. Remember, we're gonna remove name. Now make sure that this is still in the same, like this quotation marks are the same, right, and everything's looking good. Then you're gonna save changes. Now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to campaign settings next, and I always select between 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. to GMT 5, America, New York, right, Monday through Friday. And you can leave this. Make sure that this is actually 50 per day, because if we go over 50, we risk kind of getting we risk getting penalized by various email servers. And so then preview and start. So you're just gonna preview a couple of these, make sure that it looks good. So hey, I came across your site, right, and then the site, when searching for dentists in Denver, Colorado, and notice that you are not ranked in the organic search, and right, that's a lot of jobs you're missing out on, so I made a video explaining, right. This all looks good, and you know, campaign settings, content, right? We may notice that this is a little bit, there's too much spacing, and you might notice that just from it's not appearing in Google Docs, but you know, just delete the spacing, make sure that it doesn't look ridiculous, right? Otherwise no one wants to read it if it looks silly. So it should look like this. Right, save changes, do the same thing here. It's pretty much just deleting one space. It's not a huge deal, but there we go. Right, save changes. So if we preview and start this, right, we'll see that, you know, hi, I noticed, not sure if you had a chance to review my, so here's a quick summary, right? And it should all look like this. Now, again, if you have the, right, so this phrase is searched 250 times a month. We could bold a few things, and in fact, I actually encourage you to do this. Just bold like a few things like the volume. And now if we look back, look at this, right, we see the bold and it's going to make sense. So all you're going to do then is you're just going to quickly send this to yourself. So, right, I'm just going to send a test email to myself just to make sure that everything looks good. So let's see. So you'll see I got the email. Hey, came across your site, right? When searching for dentist, I noticed, right? So this is looking good, and we're gonna just save changes. We're gonna, you know, pretty much start this. Now, if you have the names, you're just gonna do the same thing, except you're gonna use the name script. So I'm actually gonna delete this campaign, and make sure you're naming the campaign. Like when you create a new campaign, make sure you name it. I have like a template for it in the actual manual, but basically something along the lines of the keywords. So dentist in Colorado, in Denver, CO, March 14th, no names, right, or something like that. And that's pretty much all you're gonna do. Now, after that, you're just gonna take a look at the open rate, the reply rate, the bounce rate, and you're just gonna add that to the summary of the leads, just so we can have a clear, you know, clear picture of what's going on and how we can maybe improve on our email copy and stuff like that. So yeah, that being said, if you have any questions, definitely let me know, and I'm more than happy to answer any. But I hope this video kind of serves as a good guide for you if you ever get stuck.